How's it going, YouTube? My name is PrototypeKaito, and today I'm going to be reacting to everything wrong with Metal Gear Solid. Now, I've got nothing bad to say about this video. I love this video. Hold on, let me fix the camera. It's as high as I can get it. Okay, I love this game. First of all, I really love this game. I love the franchise. I love the series. Despite people saying some bad reactions to it, but you know what? I don't care. This is one of the most crowning achievements that Konami has done since Castlevania. And as a huge fan of both Castlevania and Metal Gear, I'm going to be reviewing this. But first, let me, yeah, okay, I got the volume going. So, you know what? I've found all the secrets. I know all the tricks. I know how to beat the game in less than about an hour. And it took me years to figure out the best way possible to do the torture mission. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to watch everything wrong with Metal Gear, even though personally I don't think there's anything wrong with it, especially the first one. So this is basically the third game, first of the PlayStation series. So let's get to it. I need to find that font, and I need to know how to get. I know that there's a way that you can make your letter. Awesome. I love that intro. It's the police knock thing, though.
Badass and iconic opening of Metal Gear Solid is forever ruined by the image of Konami, who has subsequently become the AIDS of the gaming industry and should wither away and die. So, yeah. Congratulations, assholes. You have effectively made my favorite game of all time garner 100 sins right off the bat simply because of your mere existence and association with it.
That's fucked up.
Yes, people, I am aware. This game was made back in a time when they actually gave a damn about their creators and the content they produced.
Yep.
However, the shit that they've pulled in recent years cannot go overlooked and unpunished.
That's fair.
High-tech Special Forces Unit Foxhound. Your former unit. One that I was a commander of.
Sloppy exposition.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it. Most people never played the first two Metal Gear games that came before this. Doesn't change the fact that it's still a sin.
No,
you know,
it's
for
not.
a seasoned veteran, Solid Snake asks way too many questions and acts pretty damn clueless.
Yes!
Don't believe me?
I
Check this out.
fucking hate that!
That's what you call sending armed soldiers after me? What soldiers? Foxhound hijacking a nuclear weapon? Approach. Launch. What's the time limit? When did the countdown start? Colonel, who are you speaking for? So who's in supervisory control of this operation? A female analyst? Where's she working from? Why are you involved in this? You mean you've seen them naked? Were they testing some kind of new advanced weapon? What's the insertion method? And then, Liquid Snake. Anyone going with me? Weapons and equipment OSP. Colonel, can you hear me? By the way, how's the diversionary operation going? Behind D.
Okay, we get it. We know he asks a lot of questions, even though he has a fucking high IQ.
What are you doing here? Passing on the skills to a new generation, huh? First floor.
Stop! We get it. He asks a lot of questions.
Yeah, I think you get the point.
Yes.
This isn't a sin at all. I just want to piss off Konami executives. So here we go.
What's a Russian gunship doing here?
Hey, Snake, you do realize this game is taking place in Alaska, right? Alaska's not that far from Russia? Just saying.
That's true.
Wow, you must be crazy to fly hind in this kind of weather.
Who's that? Oh, sorry. I haven't introduced you to yet. This is Mei Ling. She was assigned to us as our visual and data processing specialist.
But I did not feel the need to share that information with you until now, because reasons.
First, I'm strip searched by Dr. Naomi here, and then all my weapons are taken away.
Well, if you make it back in one piece, maybe I'll let you do a strip search on me.
This bonus mission is not available after completing the game.
And it always pissed me off that he never got that chance. Continue.
A surveillance surveillance camera?
Is Snake honestly surprised at seeing a surveillance camera at a nuclear disposal facility?
It's
or
Snake.
any facility that is currently being held by terrorists?
It's Snake, what do
Very
you
terrible
expect?
camera controls while in first-person view mode. Here's a sin that no Metal Gear fan, including myself, can justify. Check this out. So if you manage to go to the cargo truck here, you can find the SOCOM pistol.
Yeah.
And then later up in the warehouse, you can find the thermal goggles. However,
Right.
if you miss the SOCOM pistol in this cargo truck,
You can get the
find it where the
SOCOM.
thermal goggles were up in the warehouse.
Yeah.
However, if you try to backtrack to the cargo truck, if you initially missed getting the SOCOM pistol, you will not be able to find the thermal goggles. So essentially, if you did not get the SOCOM pistol in this cargo truck, you will not be able to find the thermal goggles, period. And thus you cannot progress through the game. You will have to progress through this section through pure luck and skill.
Not always true. There is another section of the building where you can get the thermal goggles. So even if you do miss getting the SOCOM pistol from the truck and get it where the thermal goggles are, you can get them in the nuclear warhead storage building. Just saying. Like I said, I know where the secrets are. Just like how you can find the bulletproof vest in the nuclear warhead storage building, or you can get it in the blast furnace. Continue.
Now, I seriously doubt many of you can beat the game without the thermal goggles.
I did.
Shut those covers as soon as they're done spraying. Also, keep your eye on that woman in the cell. Don't get careless now.
More sloppy exposition. 1998 control scheme where absolutely zero fucks were given.
Oh, yeah.
Inability to walk in a stealth game. I don't care how old this game is. That is sinful as shit.
Yeah, I don't know why you always gotta run.
Ugh, kinda damn cold. I hate Alaska. Boy, oh boy, that woman is built all right.
Cameo by a future character that might as well have single-handedly ruined Metal Gear Solid 4.
Psycho Mantis can read people's minds. You can't resist. Psycho Mantis? One of the members of Foxhound. He has psychic powers.
A piece of information Snake already knows about since Campbell talked about it at the beginning of the game.
There are 6 members of Foxhound involved in this terrorist activity. Psycho Mantis, with his powerful psychic abilities.
And I want to point out that in the Twin Snake version, they put bombs in those walls with lasers. And somehow he missed every single one of them.
This is just for the players who apparently forgot who Psycho Mantis was 10 minutes ago.
Colonel, are you hiding something from me?
Always.
Absolutely not. Snake, you've got to understand. This op is...
And I also want to point out Greg Eagles is my favorite voice actor in the Metal Gear franchise. Hands down, besides David Hayter.
Security level red. You need the highest security clearance to get access to the complete file. You want me to believe that you're in charge of this op, but you don't have complete access to the file?
I never made much sense of this fucking conversation. I still to this day don't fucking get why this conversation's taking place. It does nothing. Absolutely nothing to the story.
Snake would be excellent at gaming scenes. We all know Campbell's full of shit, as we will clearly find out throughout the entire game.
Yeah.
If you go into first-person mode after Meryl unlocks the cell, you can clearly see her standing behind the corner.
Also, I want to point out that if you go to a certain point of the cell in the corner, you can actually see Meryl already not, when you hear her struggling, you can already see Johnny knocked out, but you can still hear the sound effects of Johnny getting his ass kicked. Second of all, if you time it just right, you can see Meryl actually walking down the hallway. It's the corner, like, when you look at the map and you see the DARPA chief here, and then you see Snake here in the corner, if you hit that corner on the southeast of the door, you should be able to time it just right to see Meryl walking. A little bit of a secret for you guys in case you
So
didn't
the
know.
upcoming surprise should not be a surprise at all, and there's no way to counter it because cutscene.
Here's the thing, though. When me and my brother first seen this game from one of our old friends in Chicago, he purposely put the fucking volume up so this thing would jump scare us, and it worked. Continue.
Where the hell did these guys come from?
What are you waiting for? Shoot!
Don't talk to me like a
Also, if you don't get the SOCOM, you can find it there. That's the third place you could get the SOCOM. If you don't get it in the truck, if you don't get it in the room where the thermal goggles are, you can get it here.
I'm telling you, shoot!
Usually calm and collected Solid Snake all of a sudden pops off like a maniac, even though he's been in plenty of gunfights before, and has fought 2 Metal Gears before. This is completely out of character for him. This gunfight does not alert the entire base.
That's true!
Censorship in an M-rated game. I'm adding a sin right here because the developers knew that some asshole like myself would try something like this.
But in other
This is one
versions,
of
he's
the
got
greatest
fucking
villain
boxers on.
intros in video game history and deserves to have at least 10 sins taken off. Enjoy it.
Right. Touch that wire, and the C4 will blow up along with the old man. So you're the one that the boss keeps talking about. And you. Special Operations Foxhound. Revolver Ocelot.
Took me years to practice how to actually spin a revolver like that. In fact, I could spin scissors like that and not drop
see
it.
if the man can live up to the legend. This is the greatest handgun ever made. The Colt Single Action Army. 6 bullets, more than enough to kill anything that moves. Now I'll show you why they call me Revolver.
I love
Very
that.
shitty camera angle while aiming and shooting your weapons, a problem that will persist throughout the entire game. If there's one good thing I can say about Twin Snakes is that you can aim and shoot your weapons in first-person mode.
Yes!
I'm not exactly the biggest first-person shooter fan. Interference by Cyborg Ninja plants a seed
Wanna know an easy trick to beat him? Stun grenades. Gives you time to catch up to him.
for a very stupid plot device in future games.
Those Pentagon
Wait. This is for the fans out there who know where this is from.
bastards.
Very shitty camera angle while
Well,
aiming
not
and
this
shooting
part,
your
the other
weapons,
part.
a problem that will persist throughout the entire
How
game.
many people
If there's
can
one
guess?
good thing I can say about Twin Snakes is that you can aim and shoot your weapons in first-person mode, and I'm not exactly the biggest first-person shooter fan. Interference.
Okay, how many people recognize this caption on the bottom? Put it down in the comments, and I'll give you a thumbs up and a heart if you can guess it right. Interference by Cyborg Ninja plants the seed for a very stupid plot device in future games.
By Cyborg Ninja plants a seed for a very stupid plot device in future games.
Those Pentagon bastards.
I love the reference.
So, they actually went in. Did it? What are you talking about? They're just using you for...
Character dying right before spilling some crucial information cliche.
In any case, you should contact Meryl by codec. Wasn't her frequency written on the back of the CD case?
Here's one of the genius parts of the games that deserves another sin reduction. Yes, the actual CD case from which you bought the game is what contained Meryl's frequency. It's so astounding, I wish more developers would implement a feature like that.
Wanna know another good trick? Call Campbell 15 times, hence 140.15. If you call Campbell 15 times in a row, you get Meryl's number immediately. You don't have to go into the back of the CD case. Just troll him 15 times.
Oh, that's right. Most people are buying their games digitally these days, so there's no room to do something creative like that.
I'll do it.
Why did you look so surprised when you saw my face?
Because you look just like him.
Meryl plays the pronoun game. Cyborg Ninja and the DARPA chief share the same voice actor, which, now that I think about it, becomes super distracting once I replay the game. These goddamn pitfalls, traps. Shut up. Quit acting like you never fell through one of them when this game first came out.
That's when we got an alligator
I
ranking.
could use science to help mankind. But the one that wound up getting used was me.
Oh, shut it off.
Using science to help mankind. It's just in the movies.
Neil deGrasse Tyson would like to have a word with you all.
Isn't that gun a little big for a girl?
That's sexist.
Yup. Really? Game over.
What are you thinking? What? What is it?
Has anyone else ever done the make Meryl blush thing? Leave a comment if you did. Continue.
Don't stare at me like that. Snake.
My favorite boss.
Oh, hurry, make love to me.
Fake ass orgasm. Yeah, I know she's being controlled by Mantis. You know what I mean.
It's Psycho Mantis. He's controlling Meryl. That tune is his mind control music.
So if the tune is Mantis's mind control music and he was controlling Meryl, then how was Snake able to hear it when Mantis wasn't controlling Snake?
That's strange. There's no guard.
What happened to the music?
Ladies and gentlemen, behold, one of the most ingenious boss battles in video game history.
Fourth
You
wall
really
breaks!
have to have played this game when it first came out to truly appreciate its brilliance.
Oh, yeah.
It's so awesome that it deserves at least 20 cents taken off.
Snake, you follow me.
This part. This fucking
And then
part.
she just disappears. I think Meryl's possessing that stealth camouflage and didn't tell me about it. Inability to use C4 and explode this cracked wall and go through there. Instead,
Yes!
it wastes my time by making
Yes!
me go through these corridors and forcing me to commit wolf murder.
I'm glad somebody else says it. I cannot stand this shit. Why is it that you can't just blast your way through the goddamn hole? Instead you have to go through all that shit. Ugh. I'm glad someone else but me said it.
I saw a PSG-1 in the armory in the second floor basement of the tank hangar. The second floor basement of the tank hangar? I have to go all the way back there?
See, even Snake doesn't like to do any backtracking. Not a problem for me personally, but I know it won't jive well with a lot of you,
That's
so
true, I hate it.
I can only speak for myself, but
Fuck
this part.
Everyone
Yes!
knows that women have more patience than men.
My life experience says otherwise. Inability to move your body position while in sniper mode.
True.
You don't automatically win if you manage to get a headshot on Sniper Wolf.
Yes!
And all of a sudden she disappears, and her health seems to be completely okay once the next cutscene starts.
So
Come
true.
on, guys. I know this is a video game and that Sniper Wolf is a badass, but her shrugging off that sniper duel as if it was nothing, really stretching it. Random spawning enemies.
Yeah!
A lady sniper, huh?
Come on, Snake. Are you really surprised? Did you not hear Campbell at the beginning of the game say Sniper Wolf, the beautiful and deadly sharpshooter?
Sniper Wolf, a beautiful and deadly sharpshooter.
Do you really think he was talking about a man?
Ooh.
I've left my mark on you. I won't forget it. Until I kill you. You're all I think about.
Classic villain cliche number 1, torturing your enemies instead of outright killing them. Damn it, man. Even in this game we have the first-person point of view of critical plot moments.
Do you need his DNA too?
Yes. I want a sample while he's still alive. We need it to correct the genome soldier's mutations.
I'm no geneticist, but I'm pretty sure gaining a sample of one person's DNA does not automatically correct the mutation of several others.
Yeah.
And speaking of genes, as we later find out, Solid Snake is the one with the inferior genes, and Liquid has a superior. Kinda makes me wonder how Liquid goes all these years without knowing that he has a superior genes to Big Boss. Or do the developers just want to save that plot twist till the very end of the game? Either way,
And maybe from all the years that Venom Snake may have put him down in Ground Zeroes and Phantom Pain.
it's sinful.
Boss, it looks like our friend is awake.
To be fair, I've kind of been awake this entire time. See my eyes clearly open?
They're not responding to our demands. We launched the first one in 10 hours as planned.
Why 10 hours? Why not just launch it now? I'll tell you exactly why. Because the game demands it.
No, because they don't have the detonation codes. He didn't pass through the game.
We're short-handed, so make this little torture show of yours as short as possible.
Liquid clearly does not know about the Revolver Ocelot School of Torture. Thanks, boobs. Now, before many of you make a mention of it, yes, this normally would be counted as a sin because this is classic villain cliche number 1. But since torture is pretty much what Ocelot does, and this is one of the most cleverly crafted minigames out there, this will not be counted as a sin. But it's still pretty damn entertaining, especially without video. So, enjoy.
Fuck this part.
Had enough yet? We're not finished yet.
Damn, I caught a cold. That witch, she took my clothes.
Oh no, not this idiot again.
This has to do with the president's reputation and America's place as the dominant superpower.
Modern day politics.
I've been captured. I'm locked up here in this
That
cell.
was actually good.
What cell? There's a big torture machine nearby. Okay, I know it. It's close. I'll be there right away.
Convenience! Flashback of a scene that took place earlier in the game. A trope that Metal Gear is unfortunately a victim of.
She wasn't ready for real combat. I shouldn't have pushed her so hard.
No, you should not.
It's all my fault.
Characters saying it's their fault when it's really not cliche.
Snake, forget about Meryl. Stop Liquid. That's what Meryl would want too. You're right.
Really?
Meryl would say the same thing.
These motherfuckers are acting like Meryl is already dead, even though Ocelot clearly said that she is still alive.
Is Meryl okay?
She's not dead yet. Wolf must have been feeling generous, but if you want her to stay that way, you better start answering my questions right now.
Inability to shoot while running. Like, seriously, guys? Come.
Let me make a point. You can run and shoot in this game. Hold down the square button. When you press X to crouch, press X again and hold on to it. Then at the same simultaneously press square, and you can then run and shoot at the same time. Clearly he doesn't know that. But yeah, if you listen to this video, if this technique has helped, leave a comment. Continue.
And as entertaining as this sequence is, it seems rather artificial and forced, because as soon as you get to the top, it ends. Just like that. It's almost as if Kojima was like, well, we haven't had an action sequence in a long time, so let's just throw one in there for the sake of it, because why not? Well, we have an endless stairway to the top of the tower, so why not just put it in there? Brilliant! So, if Liquid destroys the master satellite, then how's he going to be able to communicate to the US government about his demands? Just a thought. And all of a sudden, that camera turret is gone. Further proof that that stairway action sequence was completely forced. I can lock onto the hind with a stinger even when it's not in sight. That's kind of cheap.
No, because
Potentially
it's
awesome
part of
boss battle with Sniper Wolf is completely ruined by how easily you can defeat her. Observe.
No. Yeah, the Nikita trick. But real gamers like myself would actually use the sniper rifle because it's fun. Real gamers use the sniper rifle. You don't need the Nikita. Oh my god. There's still so much health left. The bullets in the sniper rifle take more damage. Oh my god.
Now one can argue that it's the player's fault since it's their choice to defeat her in that method. But the game allows you to do so in the first place, so it's a sin on the game.
The governments of the world turned a blind eye to our misery. But then, he appeared.
Even in her final moments, Sniper Wolf likes to play the pronoun game.
She eventually says the name. Not gonna lie, as a kid, this scene did nothing for me. As an adult, I cry when I watch this. Admitting it. Continue.
I loved you.
Otacon turns into a delusional lovesick puppy dog.
Snake! What was she fighting for? What am I fighting for? What are you fighting for?
If we make it through this, I'll tell you.
If we make it through this cliche, and at the tail end of a very powerful scene, mind you, that makes it extra sinful. Hey, time for another random action sequence. Not so subtle foreshadowing ravens.
Snake, I've got something to tell you about Naomi Hunter.
She's hot.
What about her?
She's hot.
Dr. Hunter's story about her background, about her grandfather being an
I want to point something out during this scene. When the ravens start flying around and you contact Otacon first, you'll notice that there's actually some misspelling when he says it's really weird. It actually spells out it's rally wired. And then after you call Master Miller, he actually recites a poem about the ravens, which I actually kind of like. And then he starts talking about this scene. Continue.
assistant secretary to Hoover in the FBI. Yeah. And then going undercover to investigate the mafia in New York. Yeah, what about it? It was all a big lie. The head of the FBI at that time, Edgar Hoover, he was a well-known racist. Didn't Naomi say that her father was Japanese?
Grandfather.
Yeah. Well, back then, there wasn't a single Asian investigator. Also, in the 1950s, the undercover mafia sting operations hadn't even started yet. They first started in 1960 in Chicago, not New York.
I want to point this out there. Naomi said that it was her grandfather who was Japanese, not her father. Continue.
The chief and the president mysteriously dying, that ninja. Too many strange things are happening. If I find out anything, I'll call. In the meantime, be careful.
Bravo. Bravo. Absolutely brilliant. Man, Liquid would be excellent at gaming sins. If he were real, we would hire him ASAP. Wait a minute. Did I say Liquid? I meant to say Master Miller. What the hell is the point of all these camera turrets?
I'm also including the Fox-Die vaccine in our demands.
Fox-Die.
Can we just mention that Fox-Die is basically the ultimate ex machina in the Metal Gear universe?
Yes.
That, for all intents and purposes, is a sin.
Have you heard from your friend, Colonel Sergei Golukovich, at the Spetsnaz?
He still has doubts about the ability of Metal Gear. He said we can talk after Metal Gear's test launch is successful. There's nothing to worry about. The Colonel wants Metal Gear and a new nuclear weapon so bad he can taste it.
If Gurlukovich wants Metal Gear so bad, then why does he doubt its capabilities?
We're not going anywhere. We're going to dig in here. We can launch a nuclear warhead at any target on this planet. A nuclear warhead invisible to radar. And on top of that, this base is full of spare nuclear warheads.
Exactly, Liquid. One wrong mistake and boom! You're all dead. Not a very wise strategy for a charismatic leader like yourself. Stupid rat card key puzzle. The backtracking for the card keys. Like I said.
Only certain times you get to actually do that rat thing. But most of the time, that's only if you pick up the bomb. If you use the mine detector and you pick up the first thing and it's a bomb, then you have to do the rat thing. But if you run around the drainage ditch without the mine deep, you'll end up finding it in the waterway without it. So that's only if you use the mine detector.
Not a problem for me, but I know damn well it will annoy most of you.
Yeah.
I was alone for so long until I met my big brother and him.
Can you stop playing the pronoun game, please?
No.
Yes, Frank Yeager. The man who you destroyed was my brother and my only family.
No. Gray Fox?
You killed my benefactor and sent my brother home a cripple. I vowed revenge and joined Foxhound.
Plot twist almost completely ruins Naomi's character. She was cool as that mysterious geneticist, but now she's resorted to the blah blah, you killed the only people who were close to me, so therefore I'm gonna take revenge on you trope. Boring!
Fox-Die is a type of retrovirus that targets and kills only specific people. First, it infects the macrophages in the victim's body. Fox-Die contains smart enzymes created through protein engineering. They're programmed to respond to specific genetic patterns in the cells.
Wait, hold on a minute. Do you remember in the beginning of the game when Mei Ling talked about our Soliton radar system and how it's only built from currently existing technology?
Yeah.
Let me explain about your Soliton radar system. It's all made from currently existing technology.
So you mean to tell me that our currently existing technology can only build the Soliton radar system, but in other parts of the world we can engineer a virus that targets and kills specific people?
Hence, siphon filter.
Get the fuck out of here, bruh.
The real thing I wanted to tell you was... Snake,
Hey, what are you doing?
Snake.
Losing a connection right before something important, cliche.
Yup.
Thank you, Snake. Now the detonation code is completed. Nothing can stop Metal Gear now.
Snake, that's not Master Miller.
Duh.
So who is it?
Snake, you've been talking to
Me, dear brother.
Love that scene.
Liquid.
Surprising plot twist is unsurprising. Come on, guys. You couldn't tell that Master Miller and Liquid sounded similar? Inability to shoot Liquid and end this game early.
I know!
This
I
shouldn't really
fucking
be a sin
know!
because the end boss battle with Liquid is actually pretty awesome.
Yeah.
But the fact that the game allows you to do this means it has to get counted as a sin.
Yes.
But I had no idea she was motivated by such petty revenge. You should understand me, brother. You killed our father with your own hands. You stole my chance for revenge. Now I'll finish the work that father began. I will surpass him. I will destroy him. You're just like Naomi.
Snake would once again be exiled at the accent. I love it. He's basically doing my job for me. The voice acting, dialogue, music, and action in this scene is so excellent that it's worth taking off 20 more cents. Pay attention to this, people. This isn't fanboyism, alright? If I was really a fanboy, I wouldn't be making this video. This is me showing you why this is one of the best games of all time. It has earned the praise that it gets. Take a look.
Another scene that makes me cry.
Fox, why? What do you want from me? I am a prisoner of death. Only you can free me. Fox, stay out of this. What about Naomi? She's hell-bent on taking revenge for you. Naomi? You're the only one who can stop her. No, I can't. Why? Because I'm the one who killed her parents. I was young then, and couldn't bring myself to kill her too. I felt so bad that I decided to take her with me. I raised her like she was my own blood to soothe my guilty conscience. Even now she thinks of me as her brother. Fox, from the outside, we might have seemed like a happy brother and sister, but every time I looked at her, I saw her parents' eyes staring back at me. Tell her for me. Tell her that I was the one who did it. There you are. We're just about out of time. Here's a final present from Deep Throat. I'll stop it from moving.
In the Middle East, we don't hunt foxes, we hunt jackals. Instead of foxhounds, we use royal harriers.
Fox.
How strong is that exoskeleton of yours? Snake, are you just going to sit by and watch him die?
He's more dangerous than a jackal. Destroyed the radar.
Impressive! You are indeed worthy of the code name Fox, but now you're finished!
No! Fire the stinger!
Fox, can you really shoot? You'll kill him too!
Here's something that's always bothered me about Metal Gear. If the
It's one of those other scenes that it gets really emotional. So yeah, if you're a true gamer and you cry through it, I'll give you a box of tissues.
Metal Gear models can be taken down by something as simple as a Stinger missile. Is it really the ultimate bipedal nuclear weapon? The answer? Nope.
After I launch this weapon and get $1 billion, we'll be able to bring chaos and honor back to this world gone soft.
Liquid. Rex is destroyed. Are you gonna launch that nuclear weapon again? Chaos and honor do not go hand in hand.
Have you ever heard of the asymmetry theory? Nature tends to favor asymmetry. Those species which have gone extinct all show signs of symmetry. The genome soldiers suffer from the same problem. Signs of symmetry.
That's
So do I.
symmetry.
As do you. That's right. We are all on the verge of death at the genetic level.
So if you're all symmetrical and you're on the verge of extinction, how does Big Boss's DNA fix all of that when you were all bred from Big Boss's DNA?
You can't fight your gene.
The answer, Metal Gear Solid 4, actually explains that in a few things.
It's fate. All living things are born for the sole purpose of passing on their parents' genes. That's why I'll follow what my genes tell me. And then I'm going
It's
to
not like
go
it's
beyond
midi-chlorians, gosh.
in order to break the curse of my heritage.
But Liquid, you just said you can't fight against your genes. It's fate. By trying to break the curse of your heritage, you are effectively fighting against your genes, thus altering fate.
Yes.
Which means all this philosophical mumbo-jumbo that you just spat is a bunch of bullshit.
Yeah.
Where the hell did Meryl come from?
That's a good
There
question.
won't be a speck of evidence left. I'm sure the president would want the same thing.
I swear, he looks like Big
President ordered
Boss.
this. president is a busy man.
Notice how this asshole never confirms that the president himself ordered the bombing, which is clear proof that he is a fraud.
Yep.
You stole everything from me.
Oh, Liquid gets caught monologuing.
What about him? Where's Otakon?
It's
Otakon, Meryl.
Wait a minute, why is this facility crumbling when the bombs haven't landed yet? And on that note, escaping from a collapsing building
Actually,
cliche.
it kind of did
Also,
start,
turret
but
cliche.
Snake!
actually, the bombing did kind of happen from one section to another.
Fox Die Ex Machina.
I was able to get into contact with the president. Metal Gear, the training exercise, all of it. It was all the Secretary of Defense acting alone.
No, that's bullshit. That's super bullshit. How did the Secretary of Defense conduct all of these exercises without the president knowing about it? I mean, us Metal Gear fans know the reason why, but for the casual gamer who knows nothing about Metal Gear, they're like, why?
Roy,
Just
tell me one thing.
just play Metal Gear Solid 2.
Fox
Gives you
Die.
the answer to
Meryl
this.
will be fine. She wasn't included in his programming. What about...
I mean, Liquid also basically... Wait, was it? No, President Johnson even tells you it wasn't the secretary who did all this, it was Solidus when he was president.
It killed Liquid. Naomi said that she wants to talk to you face to face about that.
Yeah, but she won't be doing that for several years. Game time-wise and IRL.
Naomi, Liquid died from Fox Die too. What about me? When am I gonna go?
That's up to you.
What do you mean?
Everybody dies when their time is up.
Yeah, so when's mine up?
It's up to you how you use the time left to you.
Super vagueness!
Each person is born with their fate written into their own genetic code. It's unchangeable, immutable. You mustn't allow
Yeah,
yourself
but from
to be
what we've
chained to
already
fate,
known,
to be ruled
the
by
Fox
your
Die
genes.
inside
Those two
Solid...
philosophies contradict each other.
The one
Also, it doesn't
inside
matter if
Snake's
you
body
choose to live.
don't
If Fox
really
Die is
affect
written
them
into your
anyway.
genetic code, you only have a certain amount of time to live according to Fox Die's programming, which completely removes the choice to live. And Snake and Meryl lived happily ever after together. Not. Riding off into the sunrise cliche. Reading.
Yes. Thank you. Goodbye. Mr. President.
Obvious setup for an obvious sequel is obvious. You want to know the biggest sin of this game that no Metal Gear fan, including myself, can deny?
What's
You will
that?
spend more time listening to dialogue and watching cutscenes than actually playing the game.
That's true.
It's true. It's damn true.
You're not going any
Shut
far.
down by the home. Okay, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed making it. So go ahead, like, comment, subscribe to this video, and I will... Is it still going? Yeah, it's still going. Make sure you click like, subscribe, leave a comment. I will answer them. Check you guys on the next one.